This is what the UK's nuclear button looks like.
Guys, how powerful is the UK really?
Actually, life on board can be surprisingly dull.
Picture the North Atlantic at 3 in the morning. The sea is black, the wind cuts like broken glass, and somewhere beneath the surface, a 150-meter steel shadow moves in silence. No lights, no wake, just a nuclear reactor humming, and a crew that hasn't seen daylight in weeks. That shadow is British, and its mission is simple: make sure nobody on Earth thinks a surprise attack is a good idea. To understand British military power, you start underwater. Since 1969, the United Kingdom has maintained a continuous at-sea deterrent. Every single day, at least one ballistic missile submarine has been on patrol. Not occasionally, not during crises, every day. That means somewhere in the ocean, hidden beyond tracking and beyond reach, sits a submarine armed with Trident 2D5 nuclear missiles. The current fleet, Vanguard-class submarines, is being replaced by the new Dreadnought class, designed to carry that deterrent into the 2050s and beyond. Bigger, quieter, more advanced.
Each of those missiles has the destructive power of 8 Hiroshimas.
Here's the dry British joke. We schedule our existential threats one submarine at a time. It's not loud power, it's permanent power. But the UK isn't just a nuclear shadow beneath the waves. It's also one of the few countries on Earth capable of deploying full carrier strike power across the globe.
But no one can ever forget, this submarine carries the most powerful destructive weapons on Earth.
The Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers, HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales, each displace around 65,000 tons. They operate F-35B stealth fighters from ski-jump decks, giving Britain 5th-generation air power at sea. And a British carrier never sails alone.
What happens on board one of Britain's Trident nuclear submarines?
A typical strike group includes Type 45 destroyers, providing advanced air defense, frigates screening for submarines and surface threats, an Astute-class nuclear-powered attack submarine beneath the formation, and Royal Fleet auxiliary tankers keeping everything supplied. A carrier without escorts is a very expensive hotel. With escorts, it's a floating air force with sovereign decision-making. Britain has demonstrated it can deploy these groups thousands of miles from home, from the Mediterranean to the Indo-Pacific, operating alongside allies and sustaining operations for months. Now here's where British strategy becomes clear. The UK does not try to outbuild the United States or outnumber China. It knows it can't compete in raw mass, so it focuses on integration, specialization, and alliances. Through AUKUS, Britain is partnering with the United States and Australia to build the next generation of nuclear-powered attack submarines. The future SSN-AUKUS boats will replace the Astute class in the late 2030s, bringing advanced sonar, vertical launch systems, and near unlimited endurance. That's undersea dominance planned decades ahead, and partnerships amplify everything. The UK is deeply embedded in NATO, leading battle groups in the Baltics, contributing to air policing missions, and integrating forces into alliance war plans. British jets refuel American aircraft. US Marines have flown from British carriers. Nordic nations train with British forces in Arctic conditions. If the US is a sledgehammer and France a rapier, Britain is the scalpel that shows up with friends and quietly locks the doors. Let's look at the surface fleet. The Type 26 frigates are built for high-end anti-submarine warfare, especially in the North Atlantic and the strategically critical GI-UK gap. The Type 31 frigates focus on presence and maritime security because showing up matters. You can't surge ships from a PowerPoint slide. Behind the fleet stands industry, shipyards in Scotland and England, Rolls-Royce nuclear propulsion, BAE Systems shipbuilding, missile production lines manufacturing weapons like Meteor and Storm Shadow. You either maintain industrial capacity or you lose it. Now to the Royal Air Force. The Eurofighter Typhoon remains Britain's air superiority backbone, upgraded with modern radar and the long-range Meteor missile. The F-35B adds stealth and sensor fusion, acting less like a traditional fighter and more like a flying intelligence node. Supporting aircraft matter too. P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft hunt submarines. E-7 Wedgetail aircraft provide airborne command and control. Protector drones add long-endurance surveillance and strike. And logistics keeps everything moving. C-17 Globemasters, A-400M transports, Voyager tankers, Chinook helicopters. Here's joke number 2. The British military runs on tea, duct tape, and extremely determined planners. On land, the British Army is smaller than in previous decades, but it's modernizing. Boxer armored vehicles provide protected mobility. Ajax reconnaissance vehicles bring advanced sensors. Challenger 3 will upgrade Britain's tank fleet with improved firepower and protection. The focus is not mass, it's lethality and connectivity. Artillery systems are being upgraded for longer-range precision fires. The multiple launch rocket system fleet is modernized to fire extended-range munitions. Ground-based air defense has returned to prominence, with the Sky Sabre system providing modern medium-range protection. Then there are the Royal Marines. The future commando force shifts away from large amphibious landings toward agile, sensor-heavy raiding teams, small units, drones overhead, precision weapons on call. Less storming beaches at dawn, more appearing where you didn't expect, at midnight. It's less Hollywood, more chessboard. Cyber and space capabilities round out the force. The National Cyber Force conducts offensive and defensive cyber operations. UK Space Command manages satellite infrastructure and secure communications networks. In modern conflict, bandwidth is as critical as bullets. Financially, the UK consistently meets NATO's 2% GDP benchmark, with efforts to go higher. But the real story is where the money goes: stockpiles, spare parts, training, industrial resilience. You can buy equipment quickly. You can't manufacture experience overnight. Here's joke number 3. British procurement can sometimes move at the speed of continental drift, but when the kit arrives, it usually works. Strategically, Britain aims to deter in Europe, contribute in the Indo-Pacific, maintain presence in the Middle East, protect the homeland. Underwater, stealthy submarines provide ultimate deterrence. At sea, carriers provide options. In the air, integrated fighters provide speed and reach. On land, mobile forces reinforce allies. In cyberspace, digital capabilities protect critical infrastructure, and alliances multiply every capability. The UK is central to Five Eyes intelligence sharing. It plays a major role in NATO. It's embedded in AUKUS. It leads the Joint Expeditionary Force with Nordic nations. It collaborates with Italy and Japan on the next-generation Global Combat Air Program. This is not a country trying to dominate alone. It's a country embedding itself into every major Western security framework. Yes, there are weaknesses. Personnel numbers are tight. Some equipment programs ran late. Stockpiles need constant replenishment. Here's joke number 4. No matter how advanced the radar system, a determined British seagull will eventually land on it. But readiness and professionalism remain the core strengths. Carrier deployments are routine. Submarine programs are expanding. Air defense is strengthening. Munitions orders are increasing. Training with allies is constant. And British power works best not when it fires, but when it doesn't have to. The submarine beneath the waves ensures that any existential attack carries unacceptable consequences. The carrier group ensures conventional response options worldwide. The Air Force ensures rapid reach. The Army ensures NATO's eastern flank isn't left alone. Power is also the ability to help. British forces evacuate civilians, deliver disaster relief, escort merchant ships, and train partners resisting aggression. The same aircraft that delivers precision weapons can deliver humanitarian aid. Here's joke number 5. The Royal Navy still believes tea solves at least 40% of crises. The other 60% require missiles. So how powerful is the UK really? Not chaotic, not overwhelming in raw numbers. Disciplined. Disciplined enough to keep a nuclear submarine at sea for over 50 years straight. Disciplined enough to build carriers under financial pressure. Disciplined enough to integrate seamlessly across allies across continents. Britain isn't trying to be the biggest military on Earth. It's trying to be present, precise, persistent, and allied. The submarine gives it the final word. The carrier gives it options. The jet gives it speed. The soldier gives it presence. The cyber operator gives it subtlety. And alliances amplify it all. So when a crisis lights up the map and decisions must be made quickly, the real question isn't whether Britain is the loudest military in the room. It's whether you want the one that shows up quietly, already trained, already integrated, already in position. That's British power. Not the biggest, not the noisiest, but always ready and permanently at sea.